All right, welcome back. We are going to jump right into Colossians 3:5. And here we have where it says, "Put to death, therefore, what is earthly in you: sexual immorality, impurity, passion, evil desires, and covetousness, which is idolatry. On account of these, the wrath of God is coming." So we have this continuation of the whole idea of seeking the things above, as we saw up here, and now we have this truly practical mindset, even though it's put in very spiritual terms, that we are to put to death what is earthly in us. This is a concept that really is just a continuation of a heavenly mindset. If you're going to have a heavenly mindset, the things above, you've got to put away the things of this earth. So now let's cut to the color coding, so you can see that there. And now we'll continue on. So put to death. This is a command. So we take the red and put to death, therefore, what is earthly in you. So put to death what is earthly in you. And then I'm going to underline that earthly in brown, as that represents kind of human nature, sinfulness. And then continue on with that brown and sexual immorality. Brown being dirt kind of color. We are dust, and dust we shall return. But sexual immorality, impurity, passion, evil desire, and covetousness, which it says is idolatry. That could apply maybe to just covetousness, but you see it in, let's see, what is it? I think it's Ephesians 5. Again, when you think of verses, you may just want to take notes and put those verses down, and then you got to search it out, maybe look it up in a different place. But Ephesians 5 talks about something about that idolatry, basically. But we're to put to death the things that are earthly. This is a lot like it talks about in Luke. I think it's Luke 9. I'm not even, but in Luke 9 it talks about taking up your cross daily and following him, laying your life down, not trying to save your life, but giving up for the Lord. This is the exact idea it's talking about, is this earthliness that goes on within our hearts, that we're trying to become like Christ, being heavenly minded, heavenly desires rather than earthly desires. And so you have all these things that really, I think all these things add up to idolatry, as it's not of God. It's our own desires. It's our own impulses. It's our own nature that we're not only subject to as natural people, but we choose it as well. And so through Christ, we can now put these things to death. We don't have to be subject anymore. So now we get to choose to put these things away from us, or in other words, put it to death, which is a very important issue within our lives. The Puritans would say mortify, that old word, but you mortify the flesh, you vivify, bring to life the spirit. But this is the idea, is you don't feed it. You do whatever it takes to get rid of it. It talks about in various Gospels, and Mark and Matthew specifically come to mind, where you pluck out your eye, cut off your hand, spiritually speaking, anything that causes you to sin. Well, these are heart issues that are going on, and it's all about worship of the Lord. Are you really looking to things above? Or your heart set on that? Or is it idolatry, where it's on the things of this world? And so we've got to really guard ourselves in that, because if we don't, then we are headed into really just being Christians who really are not like Christ. And so we're not really Christians. We're not talking necessarily salvation. We're just talking about, how do you say you are a follower of Christ? You're a little Christ. You are an example to others of Christ if you are still earthly minded, if you are still set on the things of this earth rather than on the things above. So one of the activities we want to put, the effort, if you want to put it that way, I think it's probably better to put it that way, is to put to death, therefore, what is earthly in you. Whatever, we have sexual impulses that are not good, they're immoral. We have all kinds of impurities, whether that's sexual or even just the corruption of this world, the filthy speech, or just the twisted and corrupted mindset of different things that comes out in that passionate, overly emotional, being run by your impulses and feelings, your evil desires, the covetous, the greed that comes out. This is all impurity, and I mean, these are all different, but it's all about worship. And that's why he compares this to idolatry, or basically actually defines it as idolatry. It's not even a parallel. It is idolatry, because this comes down to, do you worship the things of this earth, worship what's earthly in you, or do you worship Christ and have a heavenly mindset? So yep, that's a real quick look at verse 5, and we'll continue on in verse 6 next time.